Hello, welcome today once again. Another wonderful edition in our English language class. Always remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel on Ezediwe English language class. It gives you notification whenever a new video is uploaded. Today we want to look at something that is very important: vocabulary development. If we look at what we have on the board, we have two different words that is existing as a concept. We have vocabulary and we have development. So we shall talk about vocabulary as a topic in English language. Vocabulary has to do with words, English words that we know and we know their meanings. It is actually very important to understand that it is not enough to know about a word. You can know about a word without knowing its meaning. You can people mention some English words without understanding their meanings. So when we talk about vocabulary, they are not those words that appear to be strange to us. They are actually those words, English words I mean, which we are very much familiar with. We are familiar with them in the sense that we know their meanings. We understand their meanings. We can, of course, apply using such words in our day-to-day conversation. So, such words are the words we refer to as vocabulary. We know their dictionary meanings, and we can make use of such words in our expressions in English language. Now, development involves a kind of growth. Development involves advancement. Somebody moving from a particular level he operates to a higher level. When you are operating in a particular level, at a time, you begin to come up. You begin to advance. That is what we mean by development. So, when we say vocabulary development, I would expect us to look at it as a concept. So how do we explain the concept of vocabulary development? Vocabulary development involves a process. It involves an activity that is aimed or geared towards advancing, improving in our level of vocabulary acquisition. Now, the level or the amount of English language we know, which we have knowledge of their meanings, the amount of such words is very insignificant as learners. Now, we don't need to be comfortable at the level we operate in our knowledge of vocabulary. That's why we need to develop. That's why we need to advance. That's why we need to come up higher. We need to move from a particular level which we operate to a higher level. That's the development we are talking about. So, in vocabulary development, I said, it is a process that is aimed at improving in the level of our vocabulary acquisition. That is to say, the level, the amount of English language we have existing in our word bank. We need to operate higher. We need to move higher. We need to come up higher. And then we need to leave a particular level which is low to a higher level. That's the development we are talking about. Now, in this topic, there are so many, factors that will help one to develop his vocabulary. I'm talking about the factors that are necessary, the factors that will facilitate the possibility of advancement in our level of vocabulary. But for today, we shall be talking about one aspect of the factors. That is one aspect of these factors that will help us to move up to higher level. To have a kind of advancement. That means leaving the level where we operate and coming up higher. So we shall be talking about the concept of affixation. When we talk about affixation, it is also a topic in English language, but this affixation involves the addition of either a prefix or a suffix to a root word to alter the meaning. That is to give an entirely a different meaning of such word. Now, when we say affixation, there is also what we call prefix, and suffix. Now, when you add a prefix to a root word, now look at prefix, and this is suffix. This is what we call root word. When we add a prefix and a suffix to a root word, we have what we call affixation. We can have a root word with the addition of a prefix to give us an affixation, or a suffix to a root word. It is the same affixation. Now let us have some examples on the board. In the word come, this is a common English word, come, and this is said to be a base word or root word. Now, this is a base word or a root word, like I said, but by the time we add something like this, that gives us income, and we call this a prefix. This is a prefix, in and come. That means we have in plus come to give us income. So here we have in, which is a single word, meaning a different thing. Come is also an entirely different word, meaning another thing. But then we added the two. When we do that, we have what we call income. Originally, if you're an English language student, you should know what the word in means. It's a kind of preposition. And then we have the word come, which is a verb, which means another thing. By the time we have them together, we have the product such as income. And this is a noun. So this is a verb, and this is a preposition. So we have preposition here, we have verb, and then the product of these two, when they are blended together, will give us a noun. So what are we saying here? Affixation is the addition of either a prefix or a suffix, or even the both of them, to a base word. Like we've given example here, it gives us an entirely a new thing. Now, how does it connect with vocabulary development? Like I said, it has to do with advancement in the level of the English language or English words we know, the level we operate in our knowledge of English language words, and then coming up higher to a better level. All right? So we have come here. Somebody can know the meaning of come. And then you have in. They are entirely two different things. When you have the two of them added, like I said, we have income. That's another word together. So we have, this time around, we have knowledge of in plus come. We have two words which we know their meanings. So when we add the two, we have income, which is another different word. That means 1, 2, 3. Gradually, like that, that is how we should understand that the concept of affixation helps us, in vocabulary development. If you enjoyed our class for today, I want you to kindly subscribe to our channel on YouTube on Ezedibwe English Language Class. It gives you notification whenever we have a new video uploaded. Thank you very much.